What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2024 Genesis G90. Let's get right into it. Small chart to look at today, given there are only two different trim options for this G90 in 2024, the 3.5T and the 3.5T-E Supercharged. That base trim, if you can even call it that, starts you off at just over $89,000, and that Supercharged will get you pretty much at $100K starting MSRP. When you look at the engines, they're both getting a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. That base will only be 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. Certainly enough speed to get you out of your own way. Adding the supercharger will get you a little more power at 409 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. Both will be an 8-speed automatic transmission. And another great thing about this, which certainly should be the case, given these price points, all-wheel drive on both. MPGs, they're both not great, but they're both not that bad considering what engine they have and you know, their power. They're at 18 city, 26 highway on that base, 17 city, 24 highway on the supercharged. Not bad at all, I'd say, for a big V6. Real quick, guys, here at Ben's Car Reviews, I strive to bring the most accurate and relevant information under 10 minutes. There's no misleading and no wasted time. If that's something that's intriguing to you and you like this content as you watch, please be sure to subscribe so I can continue to grow the channel. Let's keep going. Time for some pictures while we talk about the main features here. Genesis is certainly trying to carve a spot for themselves in the high-end luxury vehicle market. And let me say, with vehicles like this, like the G90, they're doing it very well. Cars.com gave the G90 the award of Best Luxury Car of 2023, and I think that's a pretty good feat considering how much is out there. Great design here. Signature headlight design from Genesis with the two-line LEDs. The low beams are powered by micro lens array technology for superior illumination. The taillight setup here is extremely unique. Obviously, many vehicles have their taillights stretch the width of the rear end, but none have them designed quite like this G90. I think the top stretch on it would blend in with other vehicles. I actually think it kind of resembles the K5, but adding the second strip below it elevates it to a league of its own, certainly unique to itself. Diamond cut machine finish wheels that seriously have one of the best designs I've ever seen. I love this type of look, and this is superior to most I've seen attempt it. They will also be wrapped in all-season tires, so don't worry if you take your G90 out on some ice. You can go out and have some fun and be safe. The Genesis logo has gained a lot of attention on how similar it is to the Bentley. I definitely think it's extremely similar. There's no doubt about that. To the point where I feel like it may actually take away from Genesis's credibility. I think maybe the letter G and a cool cursive look would be a great way to go instead. Let me know what you think based on or regarding that. Another aspect, though, that Genesis makes unique to them is their grille design, and it looks super sharp here continuing into 2024. The supercharged model gets you a multi-chamber air suspension for superior ride quality. The electronically controlled suspension with road preview disclaimer technology reads the road ahead of the G90's front camera and adjusts the suspension to reduce wheel impact if upcoming potholes and speed bumps are detected. That's all right from Genesis. Predictive shift technology adds tech to the 8-speed by preemptively shifting when hills are approaching or curves. Active noise control road technology uses microphones and accelerometers to counteract road noise and quiet those disruptions, all for the goal of a nice quiet cabin. The color palette on this model is quite dull. Whites, silvers, and black make up the options, so don't expect anything flashy. This has a clamshell style hood, which means it combines the hood and fenders for not only a sleek look, but it eliminates panel gaps, which increases aerodynamics. If you stand close enough to the rear of the vehicle for longer than 3 seconds, the hands-free power lifting trunk will activate, so as long as you can hold your 20 grocery bags for 3 seconds, you'll be good. These G90s are 207.7 inches long and 125.2 inches tall, so definitely a large car. In terms of best bang for your buck, I think the base 3.5T is the way to go. My reasoning for this is you're getting a phenomenal vehicle. You're already spending $90K. The power difference for spending $10,000 more isn't really worth it in my opinion. You're still getting all-wheel drive, getting the better MPG scenario, and the interior is comprised of all the features you'd want to have. I think the 3.5T is the way to go for sure. Having a supercharger would be seriously sick, but I'm not sure it's worth $100,000 and an extra $10,000 over the base. Let's take a peek at this interior now. I'm sure you've been waiting to see it. As you should expect for a luxury vehicle priced at $100,000, the interior is breathtaking and stockpiled filled with features you never even knew existed or that you wanted. A 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen centers the dash here. I wouldn't want one any smaller for these price points. I I think a 15-inch would be better suited, but that may take away from the design a little bit. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, of course. A large and clear driver's digital gauge cluster fits its area well and easy to read. The dash design here and materials used, along with their fine details, are a real testament to the goal of this vehicle and how nice quality it is. Definitely well thought out. There can be an overpowering thought that a vehicle is nice just because it's supposed to be perceived that way, but I think the G90 truly is at that level. Bordeaux brown is the main interior color being shown off here by Genesis, and it's a really good looking color. I think I don't really like the lighter browns or the tans. I think this is right in the sweet spot. Obsidian black is the other color showcased here. Sound absorbing acoustic laminated glass and sealed doors for a very quiet ride. That paired up with that outer noise canceling that I mentioned before gives you a real nice quality inside. Even the rear seats get an 8-inch armrest touchscreen that controls features such as the available massage, climate control, and more. 3.5T gets you Napa leather seats, front power seats with massage function, and power bolster. Supercharged adds power reclining, and the Bang & Olufsen 3D audio sound system, which has 26 speakers and 2 different amplifiers in different areas. A unique touch inside the G90 has to do with starting the car. Instead of turning on a key or pressing a button, you use your fingerprint with the Genesis fingerprint authentication system. I haven't seen that much. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, if your finger's dirty, maybe you can't start your car, but we'll have to see about that. Numerous driver's assist, safety, and technology features standard. Obviously, you can get a few more optional. Overall, this is the exact interior you should expect in this scenario with these price points. The only thing I can really think that would be better would be maybe some rear seat screens. Up at these price points, you're seeing that on other vehicles such as, the big SUVs, like 3-row SUVs. But on vehicles like this, you don't see that so much. But that would be a nice touch, given how much you're paying. Interview guys, if you're in the market for a luxury car heading into 2024, checking out your options beyond this, maybe the Audi A8, BMW 7 Series, Lexus LS, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, maybe even a Volvo S90. Tons of options out there. Tons of options that are very reputable. Going to give you a great product. Genesis is kind of still newer on the scene, you could say, at least compared to those other brands that are their main competitors. But I think they're totally putting something out with this G90 that can compete and outcompete all of them in certain ways. Yes, price points are high, but you pay for what you get. Fortunately, prices on everything these days are high. A luxury vehicle is going to be quite high. But if this is what you're in the market for, I think Genesis, no doubt. If you're loving this design more than anything else, just go with it. Try it out. For some reason you hate it, get rid of it and get something else. But I would have no doubt buying a vehicle like this, specifically this G90. I think it would be a great purchase. Hopefully this video laid things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Ben's car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you have an idea for a future review, please drop it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option now. Check that out and join if you'd like. And I'll catch you in the next Ben's car review.